Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. Seriously, I mean that. You could be watching anything right now, cat videos, learning how to build a nuclear reactor out of a potato. I don't know, but you're here and I really respect that, so thank you. Now, before we get into today's mind-altering, life-changing, subconscious rewiring video, you might be thinking, wait, why the hell am I watching gameplay? First of all, chillax. It's called multitasking, my guy. This is my first video. Secondly, you get to learn some next level gate-kept hypnosis techniques while watching me either absolutely dominate or completely embarrass myself in this game. It's a win-win. You get entertained and I get to flex my skills in both mind control and whatever the hell I'm playing. And before you think about asking, no, this is not one of those watch me play while I whisper sweet nothings about self-improvement channels. You're here because you want real results. Whether it's mastering self-hypnosis, tapping into ESP, reprogramming your subconscious for wealth, or unlocking some wild ability you didn't know you had. And that's exactly why we're here today. So, while I run through this game like an absolute legend or a complete disaster, we'll find out. But sit back, relax, and let's dive into one of the most powerful hypnosis techniques, in my opinion, you will ever learn. Now listen, I know why you clicked. You want to change something about yourself. It's highly likely that you went down this YouTube rabbit hole of guided meditation and hypnosis videos. And if you're anything like me, you probably researched and even learned hypnosis and were able to hypnotize your friends and family members effectively. However, it's possible that you're unsuccessful in hypnotizing yourself. So maybe you want to lose weight, quit smoking, get jacked, develop psychic powers, stop being socially awkward, or finally manifest the money that you keep saying is on the way. And guess what? I don't give a damn what you use this for. This is a judgment-free zone. If you want to hypnotize yourself into being the world's most confident sandwich artist at Subway, then hey, more power to you. I'm just here to give you the most effective foolproof self-hypnosis technique that works 99.9% of the time. And yes, that 0.1% is reserved for people who overthink it and start asking, wait, am I being hypnotized? Midway through the whole process, so please don't be that guy. So, what the hell is self-hypnosis anyway? Before we jump into the technique, let's clear up some major misconceptions. Self-hypnosis is not some mystical, esoteric trance where you levitate and start speaking in tongues. It's just a way of reprogramming your mind using focus, relaxation, suggestion, and a little trickery to get your brain to do what you want it to do, instead of running on autopilot like an NPC in a game. It's like hacking your own brain, but without the FBI showing up at your house. And why does it work? And it's because your subconscious mind literally cannot tell the difference between reality and suggestion. If and only if you give it a reason to believe. You see, right now, you're walking around with a default software program in your head. It was written by your parents who maybe meant well, but still programmed you with all their weird fears, beliefs, and traumas. It could be society, which says things like you must work 4 years before you retire, or you need permission to be rich and successful, or it could be just your own bad experiences, which made you decide, well, love isn't for me since I got rejected in high school. Self-hypnosis lets you rewrite that code fast, efficiently, and without a therapist charging you $200 per session to tell you something you already know. So what is this foolproof rapid induction self-hypnosis method that works 99% of the time? Well, before I go any further, I want to note that I am not a hypnotherapist, and this method is not my own. I found this method on YouTube uploaded from Shane Fozard after doing extensive research for a thesis that I had planned on writing but ended up changing my mind about midway through the semester due to some restrictions of the infamous IRB at my university. And in case you aren't familiar with the IRB, it's basically the HOA of the scientific method. Anyway, I'll be sure to put a link to the video I'm referencing down below, and I highly suggest you watch it immediately after this. Alright, Enough philosophy and BS that you probably don't care about anyway. Here's exactly how to hypnotize yourself in under 45 seconds. And you may want to grab a pen and a paper to take some notes. So here we go. This method is a tension and release method. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to sit in a comfortable position in your favorite chair, or preferably somewhere where you won't fall down and hit your head. Step 2, really simple. Take a few deep breaths in and out, okay? Do this about 4 or 5 times just to ensure that you're in a comfortable, relaxed position. Now, the third step is very important. What you're going to do is you're going to clench and tighten and tense up every single muscle in your body, as many muscles as you possibly can. Now, obviously, it's a little difficult to activate every single muscle at once, but you're going to want to focus on as many major muscle groups as possible. Next, you're going to hold that tension for approximately 10 seconds. Feel it, get familiar with it, and note that it doesn't have to be exactly 10 seconds. You see, your body and your subconscious won't really know the difference. And that's because rapid hypnotic induction is completely dependent on breaking patterns. Once the body or mind experiences a sudden break in a pattern, there's a small window of opportunity to make suggestions to your subconscious mind. Now, once you sense that you've held this tension for 10 seconds or more, then release it completely. Let everything go limp and allow your eyes to naturally close. And yes, you will look and feel incredibly stupid, which is why you should do this alone or with a friend that doesn't think you're a complete weirdo. Now, the next step, there is no next step. Congratulations, you've already tricked your brain into a hypnotic state. All right, so from this point, you need to program the subconscious mind. This is where the magic happens. Now, you want to repeat your command in the present tense silently in your head 8 to 15 times. But to do this to do this effectively, it's important that you incorporate some critical words during this hypnotic state. Words such as every day, every time, and the most importantly, in my opinion, the word now. And you must do this every single time you go into this hypnotic state. For example, every day I am now effortlessly confident in every situation. Every day is the specific time I want this to activate. And now is the present tense. So the next time you wake up, or even that day, that's when it will kick in. Another example for money, every day I now attract financial opportunities everywhere I go. Another for fitness, every time I go to the gym, I am now disciplined and an unstoppable machine. That was kind of corny, but another example could be for ESP development. Every time I meditate, I now see beyond the physical into realms of deep insight. Now, you say this 8 to 15 times in your head with conviction. Don't hope, don't kind of believe, say it like it's already happening. Your subconscious mind accepts what you constantly feed it, so choose your words wisely. Which brings me to my next point. Ensure that you write these words down on a piece of paper and maybe rehearse them before you go into the hypnotic state so you won't have any hiccups. Now, here's the bonus. All right? If you felt as if this method is working for you or it's worked in the past, then you can create hypnotic triggers and anchors for your hypnotic suggestions, or simply just go deeper into the state. I personally use a clicker like the ones for dog training. For example, I click once as soon as I close my eyes, and this anchors the relaxation to the sound. Sometimes I click twice as I sink deeper, reinforcing the hypnotic state. Each click equals a stronger hypnotic depth over time. However, you may come to find out that the method is so effective that it isn't really necessary. And if you don't have the clicker, get creative. Snap your fingers, tap a surface, perhaps use a mudra. What I like to do is I like to just say deeper in my head. And now how this works is I would take an affirmation. Let's take social skills. Every day I am now effortlessly confident in every situation. Now, every time I would say that affirmation or that suggestion in my head, I would just add it with deeper, almost like a rhythm to a song. For example, every day I am now effortlessly confident in every situation. Deeper. Every day I am now effortlessly confident in every situation. Deeper. And I would keep repeating that until I hit that 8 to 15 times mark. Now, the next thing is simply exiting the hypnotic state. To do this, you can take a deep breath and mentally affirm on the count of 3, I will return completely awake, energized, and transformed. And then you can count 1, 2, 3. And again, all of this is in your head. Once you do that, open your eyes, and that's simply it. But in my opinion, I don't feel that this part is very necessary. I just simply open my eyes and boom, I'm there. And I've tried this several times, and again, it works like a dream. And it took me years to find this technique. And when I found it and it worked, I was so excited that I just got overwhelmed, and I wrote down as many things that I can possibly do to improve my mentality or my lifestyle. But once you awaken from that state, you're done. You've just hypnotized yourself. Now, why this works, the science and psychology behind this, it could be really complicated, but I'm going to put it in the most simplest terms I can. See, self-hypnosis isn't woo-woo bullshit. It's backed by neuroscience and psychology. Your brain creates neural pathways based on repetition and suggestion. The reticular activating system, or better known as RISE, filters reality based on what you focus on. From a physiological standpoint, the tension and release method tricks your body into activating deep relaxation. And this is a necessary ingredient for deep hypnosis, almost just as necessary as breaking the pattern. This is the same method elite athletes use to train their minds and billionaires use to rewire their beliefs around wealth. And now you can use it too. So there are some do's and don'ts, and there are some limits. And really quickly, I want to go over what self-hypnosis can do. Number one, it can reprogram your beliefs and behaviors super fast and effectively. You can unlock personality attributes that were dormant inside of you, such as charisma, confidence, creativity, and focus. It has been known to accelerate healing. It's great for fitness and mental performance. It can enhance ESP, manifestation, or any subconscious influence. But what it can't do is it's limited by your core values and beliefs. So you won't be able to turn yourself into a telekinetic wizard overnight. You can never make someone else fall in love with you against their will. So don't be creepy. And it won't fix problems that you refuse to take action on. Hypnosis is simply a tool. It's not a magic wand, and you still need to take action. So, short video. It's my first one. If you made it this far, congratulations and thank you. You now know how to hack your own brain like a pro. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So do me a favor, try this technique today on something small, work your way up, comment below what your results were or what you were trying to hypnotize yourself to do. Subscribe, because I'm dropping some next level mind hacking techniques that hopefully will blow your mind, literally. Hit the bell if you want YouTube to actually show you my next video, because our algorithm is trash. And that's it. Now go hypnotize yourself into greatness, and I have nothing but peace and love, and enjoy the rest of the gameplay. that's playing in the background. Peace.